The sun hung low in the sky as Bohan, the dragon guardian, stood atop a rocky cliff overlooking the vast expanse of the land below. A gentle breeze ruffled his hair as he scanned the horizon, his senses alert for any signs of trouble. Suddenly a messenger approached, breathless with urgency.
"Bohan," he gasped, "a message has arrived from the elders. They speak of an ancient prophecy, one that foretells the rise of a great evil that threatens to engulf the world in darkness."
Bohan's eyes narrowed in concern as he listened to the messenger's words.
"Where is this prophecy from?" he asked, his voice tinged with apprehension.
"The origins are unclear," the messenger replied, "but the elders believe it holds great significance. They have tasked you with uncovering the truth behind the prophecy and putting an end to the threat before it's too late."
Bohan nodded solemnly, his mind racing with thoughts of the impending danger.
"I will leave at once," he declared, turning to his loyal companions Lung and He, who stood at his side. "We will accompany you on this journey, Bohan," he rumbled. "Together, we will face whatever challenges lie ahead."
Hey! The enigmatic black dragon remained silent as always, his gaze fixed on the horizon with a quiet resolve. Bohan knew that despite his lack of words, He was just as committed to the quest as the rest of them. Bohan and his companions set out with a shared nod of agreement, their hearts heavy with the weight of the ancient prophecy and the knowledge that the world's fate rested in their hands. As they journeyed into the unknown, they knew they would need all their strength, courage, and wisdom to uncover the truth behind the prophecy and prevent the world from plunging into darkness. The dense jungle loomed around Bohan and his companions as they ventured deeper into its heart. The air was thick with humidity, and the sounds of exotic birds and unseen creatures echoed through the dense foliage. It was a place untouched by time, where ancient secrets lay hidden beneath the tangled undergrowth. After hours of trekking through the dense jungle, they finally emerged into a small clearing, where the forgotten temple stood shrouded in vines and moss. Its crumbling walls spoke of a long-forgotten era, and Bohan couldn't help but feel a sense of reverence as he gazed upon the ancient structure.
"This must be the temple the elders spoke of," Bohan said, his voice hushed with awe. Lung nodded in agreement, his eyes scanning the temple's facade for any signs of danger. "It seems we have found what we were looking for," he rumbled.
With a shared sense of determination, Bohan and his companions approached the temple, their footsteps echoing against the ancient stone floor. As they stepped through the crumbling entrance, they were met with a musty air that spoke of centuries of neglect. The interior of the temple was bathed in shadow, the only light filtering in through cracks in the ceiling above. Bohan's heart raced with anticipation as he scanned the ancient halls, searching for clues that might illuminate the prophecy's origins. Suddenly, He let out a low growl, his eyes fixed on a crumbling mural that adorned the temple wall.
"What do you see, He?" Bohan asked, his voice barely above a whisper.
He remained silent momentarily before gesturing towards the mural with a clawed finger. "Look," he said, his voice low and gravely.
Bohan followed He's gaze, his eyes widening in surprise as he took in the intricate details of the mural. It depicted scenes of ancient battles and mythical creatures, each image more unbelievable than the last.
"It's a record of the prophecy," Bohan breathed, his heart racing excitedly. "These images must hold the key to unlocking its secrets."
With renewed determination, Bohan and his companions began deciphering the ancient mural, piecing together the fragments of the prophecy's origins. As they worked, they uncovered clues that hinted at the nature of the looming threat and the ancient forces that sought to unleash it upon the world. But their efforts were not without peril, for lurking in the shadows of the temple were guardians tasked with protecting its secrets. Bohan and his companions faced off against animated statues and ancient traps, their skills and cunning put to the test as they fought to uncover the truth. Despite the dangers that lurked around every corner, Bohan and his companions pressed on, their determination unwavering as they delved deeper into the heart of the forgotten temple. For they knew that the world's fate hung in the balance, and they would stop at nothing to uncover the truth behind the ancient prophecy and end the looming threat once and for all. As Bohan and his companions continued their journey, they found themselves guided by a series of ancient markings that led them deeper into the heart of the jungle. With each step, the air grew charged with an otherworldly energy, and the sounds of the jungle faded into a hushed reverence. Suddenly they emerged into a vast clearing where 4 towering statues stood sentinel at each corner. Each statue depicted a powerful being, their features carved with exquisite detail and a sense of timeless wisdom.
"These must be the guardians of the elements," Bohan murmured, his eyes wide with awe. Lung nodded in agreement, his gaze fixed on the statues with a sense of respect. "Legends say that these beings are tasked with safeguarding the balance of the world," he rumbled.
Before Bohan could respond, a voice echoed through the clearing, rich with power and ancient wisdom.
"Welcome, travelers," it intoned. "I am Terra, guardian of the earth."
Bohan and his companions turned to see a figure emerge from the shadows, their form shifting and swirling like leaves in the wind. It was Terra, their voice a rumble like the shifting of tectonic plates.
"We have come seeking your guidance," Bohan said, his voice reverent. "We seek to unravel the secrets of an ancient prophecy that foretells the rise of a great evil."
Terra nodded solemnly, their gaze penetrating as they studied Bohan and his companions. "The forces of darkness grow stronger with each passing day," they said. "But the balance of the world can be restored if we work together."
Terra beckoned Bohan and his companions forward, leading them deeper into the clearing where the other guardians awaited.
"I am Aqua, guardian of the water," said a figure clad in robes of flowing blue, their voice like the gentle lapping of waves against the shore.
"I am Ignis, guardian of the fire," declared another figure wreathed in flames, their eyes burning with inner fire. "And I am Eris, guardian of the air," said a figure with wings of shimmering silver, their voice a whisper on the wind. The guardians of the elements stood united, their powers combining to form a barrier against the encroaching darkness.
"We must decipher the prophecy and prepare for the coming storm," Terra said, their voice grave. "But know this, Bohan. The fate of the world rests in your hands."
With a shared nod of agreement, Bohan and his companions joined forces with the guardians of the elements, their resolve stronger than ever as they prepared to face the looming threat of darkness. They knew that only by working together could they hope to overcome the challenges ahead and restore balance to the world once more. The air crackled with energy as Bohan and his companions stood before the guardians of the elements, ready to embark on the trials that would test their worthiness. Each guardian stepped forward, their presence commanding and powerful, as they prepared to administer the trials that would push Bohan and his companions to their limits.
"We will begin with the trial of strength. To prove yourselves worthy, you must demonstrate your physical prowess and resilience."
With a nod from Terra, the earth beneath Bohan's feet shifted and trembled, giving rise to a towering colosseum carved from stone. Bohan and his companions exchanged determined glances before stepping forward to face the challenge that lay ahead. The trial of strength was a test of raw physical power, with Bohan and his companions facing off against formidable opponents summoned forth by the earth itself. Lung unleashed torrents of flames while Hay wielded shadows with deadly precision, their movements fluid and precise as they fought side by side. Despite the ferocity of their adversaries, Bohan and his companions fought with unwavering determination, their strength and courage shining through as they overcame each obstacle in their path. With each victory, they grew stronger, their bond as allies forged in the heat of battle.
"Well done, but the trials are far from over. Next, you will face the trial of wisdom."
With a wave of Terra's hand, the Colosseum dissolved into the earth, giving way to a lush forest bathed in dappled sunlight. Bohan and his companions exchanged wary glances as they prepared to face the next challenge that awaited them. The trial of wisdom tested not only their knowledge, but also their ability to think quickly and adapt to changing circumstances. Bohan and his companions were tasked with solving a series of intricate puzzles and riddles, each one more complex than the last. As they worked together to unravel the forest's mysteries, they encountered unexpected obstacles and traps designed to test their intellect and resourcefulness. But with their combined wisdom and cunning, they navigated the forest with ease, overcoming every challenge that stood in their way. At last, they reached the forest's heart, where Aqua awaited them, her eyes sparkling with approval.
"You have proven yourselves worthy, but the final trial awaits."
With renewed determination, Bohan and his companions braced themselves for the ultimate test of their courage as they prepared to face the trial of courage. For they knew that only by proving themselves worthy in the eyes of the guardians of the elements could they hope to unlock the secrets of the prophecy and prepare for the coming darkness that threatened to engulf the world. The air was thick with tension as Bohan and his companions delved deeper into the mystery surrounding the ancient prophecy. Each step brought them closer to uncovering the truth, but with every revelation, the sense of urgency grew more pronounced. As they journeyed through the dense jungle, following the trail of clues left behind by the guardians of the elements, they stumbled upon evidence of a dark cult that sought to exploit the prophecy for their own nefarious purposes. Symbols etched into the bark of trees and remnants of dark rituals littered their path, pointing towards a gathering storm on the horizon.
We must tread carefully. The cult's influence runs deep, and their intentions are dark. We cannot allow them to succeed. The fate of the world hangs in the balance.
With renewed determination, Bohan and his companions pressed forward, their senses alert for any signs of the cult's presence. They encountered obstacles at every turn, from treacherous terrain to cunning traps set by the cultists to thwart their progress. But Bohan and his companions were not deterred. With their strength, courage, and unwavering determination, they overcame every obstacle in their path, inching closer to unraveling the dark secrets that lay hidden beneath the surface. As they ventured deeper into the heart of the jungle, they stumbled upon a hidden encampment nestled amidst the trees. Dark banners fluttered in the breeze, and the air was thick with the acrid scent of smoke and incense.
This must be the cult's lair.
We must infiltrate their ranks and uncover their plans. Time is of the essence.
With a shared nod of agreement, Bohan and his companions prepared to confront the cult head-on, their hearts filled with determination and resolve. For they knew that the fate of the world hung in the balance, and they would stop at nothing to thwart the cult's plans and prevent the prophecy from coming to fruition. As they drew closer to the cult's encampment, the tension in the air grew palpable, and Bohan knew that the final confrontation was fast approaching. With each step, they edged closer to the gathering storm that threatened to engulf the world in darkness, but Bohan and his companions stood ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead. For they were the guardians of light and would not rest until the forces of darkness were defeated once and for all. The remote mountain stronghold loomed before Bohan and his companions, its jagged peaks shrouded in mist and mystery. As they approached the ancient fortress, a sense of foreboding washed over them, for they knew that within its walls the cult was preparing to unleash the ancient evil foretold in the prophecy.
We must act swiftly. The fate of the world hangs in the balance. We must stop the ritual before it is too late.
With a shared nod of determination, Bohan and his companions began their ascent up the treacherous mountain path, their hearts filled with a sense of urgency as they prepared to confront the cult head-on. As they neared the fortress, they encountered waves of cultists who sought to thwart their progress. But Bohan and his companions fought with unmatched skill and determination, their blows striking true as they carved a path through the enemy ranks. At last, they reached the imposing gates of the fortress, where a final confrontation awaited them. With a mighty roar, Lung unleashed torrents of flames, engulfing the gates in a fiery inferno that sent the cultists scrambling for cover. With the way clear, Bohan and his companions stormed into the heart of the fortress, where they were met with the sight of the cultists performing the forbidden ritual. Dark energy crackled in the air as the cultists chanted incantations, their voices rising in a cacophony of madness.
We must stop them!
With a fierce battle cry, Bohan and his companions launched into the fray, their weapons flashing in the dim light as they fought against overwhelming odds. The cultists fought with fanatical zeal, their dark magic weaving a deadly web around Bohan and his companions. But Bohan and his companions were undaunted. With every strike they drew closer to their goal, their determination unwavering, as they fought to prevent the ritual from reaching its completion. As the battle raged on, Bohan found himself face to face with the leader of the cult, a sinister figure wreathed in shadow and malice.
You cannot stop us. The prophecy will be fulfilled and the world will bow before its new master.
But Bohan refused to yield. With a mighty roar, he unleashed the full force of his powers, sending the cult leader staggering backward.
Enough, the ritual ends here.
With a final surge of strength, Bohan and his companions launched a devastating assault on the cultists, their blows striking true as they fought with unmatched ferocity. Slowly but surely, they began to gain the upper hand. pushing the cultists back and disrupting the flow of dark energy that fueled the ritual. At last, with a final burst of effort, Bohan and his companions delivered the decisive blow that shattered the cult's hold on the fortress. With a deafening roar, the dark energy dissipated, leaving behind only the echo of their victory. As silence fell over the fortress, Bohan and his companions stood triumphant, their breaths coming in ragged gasps as they surveyed the aftermath of their battle. The cult had been defeated, and the world had been saved from the brink of destruction, but Bohan knew that their journey was far from over. With the cult defeated, a new chapter in their quest had begun, and they would continue to stand as guardians of light, ready to face whatever challenges the future held. For they were the defenders of the world, and they would not rest until peace had been restored to the land once more.